Mainline murders, suspect number 2. Take 1, and 3, 2, 1. Hey, Barry Bowe here, America's Best Crime Writer. We're here in our Sunshine Room studios in beautiful suburban Fulcroft. No AC today, windows open, so there might be some ambient noises. Now, before we start to zoom in on suspect number 2, here's a quick recap. We just found out that a passerby discovered Susan Reinert's new dead body in the open hatchback of her car, and that at the very same time that police officers were removing her body, Dr. J. Smith was running late for his court appearance in Harrisburg, not far from Susan's death vehicle. We also discovered some skeletons in J. Smith's closet, which was what placed him in court to begin with at that very moment. He was facing attempted robbery charges from his being nabbed in the parking lot at Gateway Shopping Center with security guard uniforms, badges, and loaded weapons in his possession. And we also found out that a William Bradfield appeared as a defense witness for J. Smith in an attempt to provide an alibi for Smith, but the jury found Bradfield's testimony less than convincing and convicted him. So off J. Smith goes to Graterford Prison, where, behind bars, now that the world knows someone murdered Susan Reinert and at least kidnapped her 2 children, he will become suspect number 1. So, let's take a look at this William Bradfield. William Bradfield is head of the English department at Upper Merion High School. An English teacher herself, Susan Reinert was drawn to him. So drawn, she became involved in an affair with him while she was still married. Also so drawn, she started divorce proceedings. But this relationship is a lot more complicated than a wife cheating on her husband with someone at work. Just give a listen. To begin with, it's common knowledge around Upper Merion School that Bradfield is living with another Susan, a Susan Myers, another Upper Merion teacher. So, when rumors start circulating about an involvement between Bradfield and Susan Reinert, he publicly denies the existence of any relationship between them. Instead, he tells everyone that they're colleagues and friends and denies any romantic involvement. But once Susan Reinert's divorce becomes final, Bradfield proposes and she accepts. They get engaged. However, at his insistence, since he's still living with the other Susan, they keep the engagement a secret. But behind the scenes, they're planning a trip to England during summer vacation. They're going to get married in London. Or so Susan Reinert believes. At least that's what Bradfield tells her. But we're still not done with the complications. In addition to Bradfield's romantic involvement with the 2 Susans, the 2 teachers, Susan Myers and Susan Reinert, he was dating 2 other women on the sly. And one of them is a former student by the name of Wendy Ziegler. So we're not looking at a love triangle, not with 5 people involved. Guess we got to call it a love pentagon. And in the next episode, we'll find out just exactly why William Bradfield becomes suspect number 2. The Mainline Murders is a fascinating true crime. Born to be Wild is a classic true crime saga, and every bit as fascinating. Perhaps even more so, since his story takes 20 years to play out. We have outlaw bikers that make the Sons of Anarchy look like Cub Scouts. Just type Born to be Wild Barry to learn all about it. So, that's about it for now. Thanks for stopping in. Till next time. See you. And that's a wrap.